This is Viewers Corner News. Our news analysis today are on: David Beckham has given control of his Instagram account, which has 71.6 million followers, to a Ukrainian doctor. After being targeted by sanctions for Russia's military operation in Ukraine, Gennady Timchenko resigned from the board of directors of gas producer Novatek. In a hasty crackdown on Russian oligarchs, the Swiss authorities confiscated a vacation property. Stay with us. David Beckham has given control of his Instagram account, which has 71.6 million followers, to a Ukrainian doctor. David Beckham, a retired soccer player, has handed over his Instagram account with over 70 million followers to a Ukrainian doctor who cares for pregnant women and babies. The doctor, identified as Irina Kondratova, shared that she was the head of Kharkiv's regional prenatal facility in an effort to raise cash for families and children in Ukraine through UNICEF. Kharkiv is Ukraine's second largest city. In the video footage, Kondratova addresses Beckham's 71.6 million follower Instagram account. She stated that she has been working 24 hours a day since Russia's military invaded Ukraine. She also assists with freight unloading, logistics, and mental support. Kondratova also explained the importance of UNICEF donations by showing several images of women and their babies. She said that donated generators, for example, can supply oxygen to youngsters in the basement. David Beckham invited his Instagram followers to donate to UNICEF and to check out his story to see what other healthcare workers in Ukraine are doing to save lives. Since the start of the conflict between Russia and Ukraine, Russia has been bombarding Kharkiv. The acts were labeled state terrorism by Ukrainian President Zelensky, who demanded punishment in international courts. After being targeted by sanctions for Russia's military operation in Ukraine, Gennady Timchenko resigned from the board of directors of gas producer Novatek. It was reported that Gennady Timchenko, a longtime supporter of Russian President Vladimir Putin, had resigned from the board of directors of gas producer Novatek. Last month, Russian billionaire Gennady Timchenko and other billionaires with ties to President Putin were sanctioned by the European Union and the United Kingdom for Russia's military operation in Ukraine. Timchenko, who was a member on the board of Sibur, a petrochemicals producer, was a co-founder of Gunvor, a Swiss oil trader. After the United States sanctioned him over Russia's 2014 annexation of Crimea, Timchenko sold his share in Gunvor in 2014. According to Forbes magazine, Gennady Timchenko was Russia's sixth richest billionaire last year, with a net worth of $22 billion. On February 24, President Vladimir Putin of Russia dispatched tens of thousands of troops to Ukraine in what he described as a special operation aimed at degrading Ukraine's military capabilities and rooting out dangerous nationalists. Ukraine's soldiers have resisted, and the West has slapped Russia with sweeping sanctions in an attempt to force it to remove its military from Ukraine. In a hasty crackdown on Russian oligarchs, the Swiss authorities confiscated a vacation property. Swiss authorities confiscated a beautiful mountain residence allegedly owned by a Russian oligarch as bankers and politicians labored around the clock to track down the assets of Russian oligarchs in retaliation for the invasion of Ukraine. Petraven, a close confidant of Russian President Vladimir Putin and a key stakeholder in the Alpha Group, which runs Russia's largest private bank, is suspected to be the owner of the property. According to our correspondent in Bern, the three-bedroom flat is on the fifth floor of a luxury complex at a golf resort in the gorgeous Bernese Oberland, surrounded by snowy peaks. Switzerland, which takes pride in its neutrality in foreign affairs, has a sizable wealth management industry and is a key trading hub for Russian commodities. The country's banks hold up to $213 billion in Russian assets. After some persuasion, Switzerland agreed to support European Union penalties on hundreds of Russians on February 28. It has since expanded its roster in order to completely comply with EU regulations. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky urged Switzerland to seize the assets of those he claims are aiding in the war effort. However, finding properties to freeze is a huge task. Banks are searching records to ensure that every Russian oligarchy on the sanction list is not left behind. It was reported that Credit Suisse has applied for authorization to hire 20 compliance officers to work nights, weekends, and holidays. Russian assets have been reported to the State Secretariat for Economic Affairs, SECO, which is responsible for executing sanctions. Property registrars all around Switzerland have been working feverishly to connect sanctions lists to property records by name. Switzerland decided not to join the 2014 sanctions, preferring to avoid being used as a conduit to get around other countries' restrictions. Switzerland's worldwide image is being bolstered once more as a country that is still attempting to reach a final agreement before imposing sanctions on individuals. Italy recently seized a building complex owned by Avon on the Mediterranean island of Sardinia. If you want to get more analysis on politics and good governance, health issues, and others, subscribe to our channel and click on the notification bell. Thanks for watching. This is Viewers Corner News YouTube channel.